Welcome back, friends, to the Chronicles of Whispering Hollow. Today's cosy tale is called The Witch's Healing Garden, a gentle story of loss, friendship and rest, and the magic of slowing down. As you listen, you'll see the illustrations I've created for this story. I draw these by hand. You can also colour them yourself if you like, with the downloadable colouring pages I've made to go with the story. These are available in my shop. So make yourself a cozy cup of tea, settle in somewhere quiet, and let's step together back into Whispering Hollow. The traveller woke slowly after the long planting day, their body tired and sore. The journey into Mount Warning, through Whispering Hollow, and into Mushroom Town, and finally the day of planting, had taken its toll on their feet and legs. Fern, the little foxglove, noticed the traveller limping. Her ears flicked and her bright eyes sparkled. "I know the perfect person to help with those aches," she said. "If you can walk just a little further, I'll take you to the witch's garden. She lives out of Mushroom Town, near Misty Glen, and she guards the portal to the land between dreams." Fern tilted her head and smiled. "It would be nice to visit Abigail for a few days. I heard her garden is coming to life now that spring is almost here. Abigail grows the most beautiful flowers." Together they set off, the big gum trees along the path whispering quietly in the breeze. The morning sun brought with it the sharp, refreshing scent of eucalyptus carried on the cool air. When they rounded a bend in the path, the traveller stopped in surprise. They had never seen such a garden before. It stretched across the valley floor, rimmed with towering gum trees. At its heart stood a small old cottage, quaint and beautiful, surrounded by a radial garden of herbs and flowers. Fern bounded ahead, chirping and chattering, announcing their arrival to all the garden. From a thick patch of wild rocket, a woman's voice floated out. Then, as though the herbs themselves had parted, Abigail rose among the greenery. She was an ageless woman dressed in light brown overalls and an oversized hat. Smiling warmly, she greeted Fern and the traveller and invited them in for tea. Inside the cottage was the cosiest place the traveller had ever seen. Herbs and flowers hung from the beams, filling the air with fragrance. From the kitchen table, the traveller could see through the window over the sink, a garden wall, a wooden fence, and a ring of trees beyond. A wide, comfortable couch stood before the hearth, and another window opened out into the view of the blossoms outside. It felt safe here, warm, welcoming, and full of life. Abigail gently tended the traveller's sore feet with healing herbs, then placed a steaming cup of tea into their hands. While they sipped, a child from the town came into the garden. The traveller and Fern began to rise, but Abigail stopped them. "No need to leave," she said kindly. "Stay a while, rest, and share stories with us." Abigail poured more tea. As the child settled in at the table, the quiet voice told of someone dear they had lost. The room grew still. Fern, the traveller, and Abigail listened. They paused, and they made time for understanding. Abigail's soft voice, steady and strong, filled the silence. "Grief slows the world," she said. "To those carrying it, time feels different. Like everything else moves forward while you stand still. It may seem that others move on too soon, but it is only that life still continues for them. When time begins again for those who grieve, it feels strange to walk without the one you love beside you. Yet sadness can also teach us to see beauty again, just as spring follows winter." She stirred honey into the tea. "Remember the small moments that glow, the laughter, kindness, the love. They become the stepping stones. One day you'll notice you're not only remembering the past, but also seeing the now, and even dreaming of the future once more. Be gentle with yourself and with others. Everyone grieves in their own way, and each journey is different. You all hurt in your own ways, and each is different. Take it slow and remember to breathe." The room fell into a comfortable silence as they each held their thoughts close. Then slowly they drifted outside into the sunlit garden. There they helped Abigail gather herbs and flowers for teas. Bees drifted lazily from blossom to blossom. The finches played in the grass, and a game of hopscotch sparked laughter along the pathway. The day grew soft and light around them. Abigail said, "I sell these teas at the tea tavern in Mushroom Town. Next week I'll carry them into town. Would you like to come with me?" They all agreed it would be lovely. Together they looked forward to the gentle journey ahead. When the time was right, Abigail placed small bundles of tea into their hands. "We will deliver these to the tavern," she said, "but only when you are ready. Rest here a little longer, heal, let time find its rhythm again." Out among the blossoms, the bees stirred. Their wings hummed in the golden light, and among them a small blue-banded bee carried a secret of her own. If you listened closely, her hum sounded almost like a song, a path waiting to be followed. And if you slow yourself down, breathe deep and long, and if you listen just right, you might hear the tick of time slowing, just for you, for this moment. Thank you for joining me in the Witch's Healing Garden. I hope you felt the warmth of Abigail's cottage and the peace of her garden and the comfort of her Winston. If you'd like to keep the magic close, my hand-drawn illustrations for this story are available as colouring pages, ready for you to bring to life with your own colours. And though our time here ends for now, the story of Whispering Hollow continues. Out among the blossoms, Bella the little blue-banded bee is stirring. Only she knows the secret path through the flowers and the hidden hive where the magic honey waits. But that's a tale for another day. Until then, may you find small moments of kindness, beauty and light in your own garden of days.